back to my YouTube channel. Please, if you're in this channel, please subscribe, like, and comment. And please always come back to watch my videos. And I really do appreciate your big support to this platform. In today's video, we are actually going to have very interesting discussion, because there is a lot of things that is actually happening, especially now on the issue of Halima, that I can see that individuals are trying to frame David Jr. to make him actually look so bad because he was able to help Halima to come out of a very toxic relationship. So please watch the video from the beginning up to the end, and please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment, and please always come back to watch my videos. And I really do appreciate your big support in this platform. So first of all, the very crucial question that I'll be in position to ask in this video: was David Jr. right or wrong to ensure that Halima leaves that toxic relationship? Was David Jr. right or wrong? To me, I would really want to say that David Jr. was actually very right to, to remove or to secure Halima from that very toxic relationship. Because you can imagine, Murimi used to really to mistreat Halima, and he even reached a point of saying that she does not actually she does not want to see Halima at his home. And he also went ahead by saying Halima should actually remove her things and leave her home. And he claimed that Halima does not respect him. And but you see, the mistreatment that Murimi has been showing towards Halima was extremely becoming so terribly bad. And this is not only issues about maybe the fight that Murimi had been having with his wife Halima during that time, but all the things, all the fighting has been there for quite a long period of time, because there were also cases at the police, at the police about the fighting, the domestic violence that Murimi has been in position to, to inflict to Halima. It is actually very unfortunate that now there are individuals who are coming out and are trying to frame David Jr., in a very awkward manner, and try to taint his name that he actually did something very bad from removing Halima from that toxic relationship. But what we need to understand from the situation of Halima, first of all, Murimi is a kind of a person who does not listen. One, that is one thing. Secondly, Murimi does not care about even Halima, including, the son, because Murimi did something that really made me also not to be happy with him. You can imagine, one of the subscriber of David Jr. offered to buy milk for their son, the son to Murimi, and what Murimi did was to go and remove what they have been pushing to buy for the child. Then he went and sold and drink the money. And after him enjoying himself, he came back home to actually beat up his wife. All these, some of them were actually recorded on the camera. And you can imagine, Murimi came back home and was beating his wife with actually a mingling stick. To me, I look at that as actually being very unfair to Halima. And individuals who have been really talking so badly about this old station, most of these individuals are individuals who are actually pretenders. We are going to be coming to that part, but I first of all want to make it very clearly that Halima got tired with Murimi. She really got tired with the character of Murimi. A man who does not care about tomorrow. You know, a man who only think about drinking, a man who does not mind that his wife has actually been in the garden and she has been actually very, very tired, you know, and also she need help probably with fetching water, maybe, helping with house chores, no, house cleaning kind of. Murimi does not mind. The only thing he knows how to do best is to roam around the village and hunting where alcohol is. That is exactly what Murimi is so good at. You know, today I was able to watch a video from one of the very, very confused fella. And that is this old man called Kohera Senior. I actually expected him to reason like an old man who actually has brains. Because you would be thinking twice. If Halima was actually your daughter, what would you do? You know? Would you wait until Murimi reaches a point of probably even deleting her? Would you wait for that level? You know? Because I've been in position to see how this old man has been talking so badly about Davy Jr. You know? Very, very badly about Davy Jr. And they are calling upon the arrest of Davy Jr. or it should be taken to courts of law to answer a few things. Things like trespassing at Murimi's home, that character assassination. Kohera wants to tell us that he has not been in position to see how Murimi has been conducting himself. You know, that Dev Jr. has done actually character assassination towards Murimi. He has trespassed, and also he expected that David Jr. should actually show documents, you know, to confirm that he's actually a human rights lawyer or these organizations that actually fights for the rights of children. So those are some of the things that Kohera has been in position to point out that David Jr. has not been doing things well. He has been humiliating Murimi and putting camera on his face without Murimi's permission or consent on what he's actually doing. He also went ahead by saying that David Jr. was able to expose things that are meant to be that are supposed to be private at the home of Murimi to the whole world to actually to see, and for them to make, you know, judgment, wrong judgment towards Murimi. Those are some of the words that were actually coming from, you know, Mzee Kohera, and when he was actually talking very, very bitterly about the Virginia. In today's video, I really want first to ask a very, very few questions here. Whether it was actually very wrong for David Jr. to rescue Halima from that very, very toxic relationship. And now, Kohera with his team, who are now claiming, you know, they are going to fight so hard in order to protect Murimi and to bring back his wife. And if they fail, David Jr. should be in position to pay for the cost and the trauma that he was able to make Murimi to go through because of his wife. That David Jr. is supposed to be in position to pay for all those things, because according to him or them, you know, they're saying David Jr. was actually very, very wrong, you know, in removing Halima from his home, her matrimonial home, and that is to say, Murimi's home. You know, please, if you're in this channel, please subscribe, like, and comment, and please always come back to watch my videos, and I really, really do appreciate your big support to this platform. You know, there are certain things that may look very simple by words. You know, I understand a lot of people were able to watch those videos that David Jr. was actually, coming up with throughout during that time. And a lot of people were able to give David Jr. advices on how to deal with the issue. But also, me, I want to make it clear that actually David Jr. did not make Halima to leave that home. It was Murimi who showed that he did not care about Halima, and he was actually still promising to beat up Halima. So Halima had to take off in order to protect herself from such a man who does not have clear vision on how to run the family. Let's first of all watch this clip, and then when I come back, we shall be in position to continue with this video very strongly. And please, if you have not yet subscribed to this platform, please subscribe, like, and comment. And please, always come back to watch my videos. And I really do appreciate your big support to this platform. Let's watch this clip, and then let me come back.
Chris the Great and Lucas the Traveler, who have decided to pack to support Murimi so that he can recover his wife and the children through the court. I have seen they have volunteered to them, and they are taking Davy Jr. to court to go and explain as to why he decided to take Halima away from Murimi. To explain as to why he is always filming Murimi in his private life with his family. To explain as to why he is always assassinating his character. We call it character assassination. Interfering with privacy. I said nobody can come and start filming Koera Senior at his home. This is my private life. Unless with my consent. Unless with my consent. Huh? How can you go and film somebody's family when they are having their private matters to solve? Then you expose them, you show them the world, and then you say you are rescuing Halima. There you have to produce the documents. If you are a human rights activist, you must show your license. You must show your documents that you are allowed to film people's homes and families. You must produce, because that is under Human Rights Act. Because she was facing violence from the husband. Okay. And this is the evidence. Thank you. Now show us the documents. Who are you?
Yes, so you have been in position to listen to Kohera.
Somebody's family.
And I want to make it very clear that they might be in position to think that whatever thing that they are doing, that they may think they are taking this ball to David Jr. But they are most likely going to cause a problem to Murimi. They are most likely to cause a problem to Murimi. You know? Because Kohera and these individuals who have gone that, to file a case towards David Jr., I don't think they are actually doing this in trying to clear the image of Matiko. Murimi, the image of Murimi. You see, what these individuals don't understand is that if a case was open against Murimi because of domestic violence, a serious case, Murimi would even be right now maybe first protesting the coolers, because it is actually in record that Murimi is a very, very violent person, and the individuals who want to show themselves that they are very, very relevant in the community, but when all these things become so hot for them, they will actually abandon Murimi. And remember, Murimi is just a confused element who is just a gambler in the village like any other drunkard in the community. He is just being pushed around by these useless individuals who call themselves the savior of the village. What these people want to try to tell us that Halima does not have any right to reject Murimi because she got married to Murimi. So she has no right completely to say anything, even to say no, on this matter. This is not right. And Kohera, you are actually very, very wrong. If this was your daughter, would you really wish your daughter to be mistreated the way Halima has actually been being mistreated? All this were in camera. I don't think you, Kohera, you were able actually to see that. Yes, let them go to court. But I can assure you, I don't think they are going to actually to win anything. Because David Jr. did not, made Halima to leave home. The day David Jr. went to check on Halima, Halima was nowhere to be seen. She had taken off. All that is on camera. And Murimi should then provide evidence to show that David Jr. actually took Halima away from him, and he should also provide the evidence to show that actually David Jr. is renting for Halima, and he should also point out where that money is actually coming from. But otherwise, if you're going to talk about things that you don't understand, you might end up causing a problem for yourself, and at the end of the day, we are going to see Murimi crying like a baby and seeking for forgiveness at the end of the day. You see, people are useless when they're still with you, or when they're still in your life. You will not take them seriously. But after them leaving, that is when you will see how important they are in your life. Murimi used to come back and beat up Halima, abuse her, and calling her all sorts of names, even to the extent of even calling the name of Halima's mother, somebody who have left this earth some good years ago. And Murimi could still go ahead, remind her and telling her to go back, because, he knows that Halima comes from a very, very poor family and there is nowhere actually she can go. Even the brother to Murimi, that is Ernesto, came out and said, Halima comes from a very poor home, they have nothing. And when you look at the home of the very person who is saying Halima has nothing, you know. Even themselves, they have nothing. They have nothing. But you really see somebody talking, you know, like a madman, claiming that now for them they are rich and the family of Halima, they're very poor. They cannot be in position to pay. And I'm like, are you okay in your head? You know? So sometimes these individuals talk about things that themselves actually, they don't understand. You know? They actually don't understand. Let's watch this clip. And then when I come back, we shall continue with this video actually very, very strongly. Please, if you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, like, and comment. And please, always come back to watch my videos. And I really do appreciate your big support to this platform. Let's first watch this clip, then I'll come back.
Of women lawyers who actually act on behalf of women. And they are well licensed, they are funded. So those are the correct, that is the correct body which is supposed to interfere in such cases. But you go there and say you are rescuing. We are yet to see. Muribi could be wrong, Davy could be wrong, but the children and Halima, somebody was saying that Halima, it is Halima's decision. No, that is a married woman. You take somebody's wife, you go and rent a house for him. As who? As who? In fact, it is wrong. It has been wrong. A very, very beautiful young Tanzanians in Marwa's villa. There is an uproar. The beautiful queen has invited Rosho's villa. Rosho is not in peace. This is a lady so-called Nema Vlogs from Tanzania. Very beautiful, very young, and very eloquent in English speaking. I don't know who taught her English, because Tanzanians are always not, they don't learn English. They are only fluent in Kiswahili. But this lady took her around. Naro took her around, and he explained in broad how he started YouTube, the only black young man in foreign countries traversing in the streets until where he is right now, showing her a very big farm, and even telling her that he is anticipating to have 28 horses on that piece of land. And when I heard about that, I thought, is it like this son of mine wants to marry this girl? Eh? Because if you can disclose your family secrets to a stranger who has given you a cat's call, then it means there is something hidden in your mind. You see here, we need some more. This is a very, it is as if saying, if you can accept me, part of the horses will be yours. And I had warned Rosho that genetically, okay, Marwa is Ondari's son, yes, by virtue of being brought by him after.
All along Kohera, you knew that Marwa is the son to Miss Ondari. You knew all this all along. You know? You knew. Now, because you have been defeated, you have now made it clear that actually is not your son. Is a son to Miss Ondari. Now, today you have accepted. First of all, congratulations for actually saying that today, that Marwa is not your son. He is a son to Miss Ondari. You're a very stupid old man. You're actually very, very stupid and foolish. You know? You're a very foolish old man. You know? All along you have been, you know, talking nonsense, and you knew that this is not actually your son. It is good now you have admitted that he's not actually what? You are son. He is a son to Miss Sondari, not you. It is good actually you have made that down very, very clear. That's what I've been actually waiting to hear from you, to admit, you know, that boy is not your boy. That boy is a son to Miss Sondari and not actually you. For you, you are just this man who loiter around, and now you have made it actually very, very clear. Congratulations on that. And you have now made it clear. That is what I've been wanting to hear from you, stupid old man. But now, what I want to disagree completely, because for him to say that the travel commando is a son to Miss Sondari, that one I agree with you. Now we are on the same page. But where I disagree with you, when you have started bringing the issue of this lady, that there is a very, very beautiful lady at the villa. You are wrong. That lady is not actually even sleeping at the villa. Kohera, the problem is that even at your older age, you still want to admire young girls. Now you see how you are, where your mind, where this old man mind is moving. A very, very beautiful lady is in the villa. And I'm like, what's wrong with you, Kohera? But you see, when you reach a certain age, there are things people even really don't expect to come from your mouth. But this old man actually does not have shame. You don't have shame, and you have no respect to yourself. You can now imagine what he's trying to portray outside there. These are individuals who are actually after the home of the travel command. They want to cause confusion in that family. They want to cause division in that family. But you will not be in position actually to do anything. I have even been in position to see this Gaty has also made a video, and he's talking about the new visitor from the USA, the one who came to the villa. That was yesterday. He's also talking so rubbishly. At first, Gaty was talking about Neymar vlogs, and now he has shifted on the new visitor, the one who have come straight from the USA to visit the travel commando at the villa. So now, these individuals want to show us that the travel commando should not actually have visitors who are women. That's what they're trying to show us. When they see a visitor who is a woman at the villa, they really feel so bad about it. What's wrong with you guys? Why don't you also invite them? Let them come to your home. Those also, let them go and visit you, and leave the family of the travel commando alone with their confusion. They have actually been seeing that this family right now, they're in peace. They're in complete peace. And now they want to try to bring stories to disorganize them. But I can assure you that is not going to work out. It is not actually going to work out. So these individuals who are trying to bring fake stories, towards the travel command. So what is wrong with the travel command explaining to Neymar, his journey on the YouTube street? What's the problem with that? It is not a secret, according to how Kohera is putting it, that those are secrets. Because all what the travel commando does on YouTube, he puts all of it on camera. He puts all of them on camera. So please, Kohera, you are not right to come out and try bringing fake stories, cook stories, to try to destroy this family. Why are you guys so jealous about, the success of these people? And Kohera is one of those people who have been spearheading this wrong kind of, picture to try to cause problems in this home. He has been one of them, you know, and it seems like he's not stopping soon. So there are individuals who are not actually happy, There are individuals who are not happy to see the travel commando and his family being in peace. They always want to see commotion here and there, bringing a lot of issues. That is exactly what they're trying to bring. But I can assure you, you are not going to be in position to succeed with all the things you are trying to throw towards the travel commando, because he has been in position to overpower even the most terrible one than what you guys are throwing towards him. Yes, you are not going to succeed. It is not right to bring useless stories to try to destroy the peace these people are actually enjoying. It's not right. It's not actually right. So Kohera, please, you stay in your lines. Stay in your lines and stop provoking people. Stop bringing useless stories like your brain does not actually work. Please, if in this channel, please subscribe, like, and comment. And please always come back to watch my videos. And I really, really do appreciate your big support to this platform. I really want to send a very special greetings to Tumba Kabuya, Sana, and all my good moderators. Big up to you every time. And I really, really do appreciate your big support to this platform. Not forgetting all of you who have been in position to turn up to watch this video. And I really, really do appreciate your big support to this platform. A very special greetings to all of you watching me from the USA, UK, Canada, and all of you watching me from the Caribbean. Thank you so much for all listening up to watch my videos. And I really, really do appreciate your big support to this platform. A very special greetings also to you, Anthony Mulama. Big up to you, Otheno Official. Big up to you and all my good people here in Africa. Much, much respect. Let's meet again in our next video tomorrow. God bless all of you. See you when you see me. Thank you so much.